Hello, happy Sunday. Time for me to share my weekly fasting recap. And I've done this. This is my third week in a row. I did turn off chat just because it's distracting to me and I don't want people to chat and feel like I'm ignoring them. So I just turned it off. Comments, if you're rewatching this, are going to be as normal, but we're going to go through my fasting hours. So my longest fast from September 11th through, let's go September. Oh, I fasted the entire day on the 10th. That's why I don't have a day in here. My longest fast was 40 hours and 34 minutes. And that means last Sunday, I fasted the entire day to have an update on September 11th, which September 11th is my son's actual birthday. And that is the largest shift that I had in the week because I intentionally had a down day so that I could have an update on my son's birthday. I did that for multiple reasons. Number one, I guess the big thing is I wanted to make sure that I could eat as he wanted that day. So I let him skip school on Monday. I know I told you guys last week that was my plan. And I did let him skip school. And he wanted Jimmy John's for lunch and Qdoba for dinner. So on my kids' birthdays, they pretty much are king or queen and they get what they want. So we had a picnic at home, vegetables, chips, Jimmy John's, and then after my daughter's volleyball game, we had Qdoba. So I wanted to be able to participate, be there, and it was a really great day. I was happy I did it. But beforehand, I had a, 40-hour and 34-minute fast. And now I'm looking, my shortest fast was actually from September 11th through the 12th because I ate later in the day from his birthday. We did the singing, the gifts, and instead of birthday cake, he had donuts from our local bakery that I love. I ate later in the day than normal. My eating window was also it was from 11:35 on Monday until 8:09 that night. So that's also probably my longest eating window. And that made me just have a shorter fast the next day. My shortest fast was 18 hours and 50 minutes. And then it ranges 20 hours, 19 hours, 3 minutes, 19 hours, 23 minutes, 20 hours, 39 minutes, 21 hours, and 23 minutes. And then I am currently only 7 hours into my fast. The other thing worth mentioning is I just started my 72-hour fast. So if you are participating with that, I'm excited. I don't know that I'll go live Monday and Tuesday. Tomorrow we have an out-of-town volleyball game and picking up my kids. It always makes for like a busier day. It's also when I do my grocery shopping and I have a video go live on Mondays from my grocery shopping of the same day. Mondays are busy for me. I will at least post Monday and Tuesday if I don't go live. I will also go live Wednesday, my normal chit chat one, where I'll break my fast. So that's coming, is a 72-hour fast. If I exclude today's because it's ongoing, I have my average is 22 hours, 51 minutes. My longest fast here is that almost 41-hour one. And some things that I did to shift my schedule. I had a family reunion today. So we were eating at noon or 12:30, somewhere in that time frame. And that actually worked out really well because I had like a filling, delicious meal before I started fasting at 1:45. That's when I closed it off to start the 72-hour fast so that I could break my 72 hours while I'm live. And in order to have an early window and get my 18 hours, I made sure I had an early window yesterday. And I actually had an early eating window on Friday because I met my husband for lunch. So 3 days in a row, I ate lunch. And that's not normal. Normally I eat dinner, but I just make sure that I do my fasting math. And if I want to eat lunch one day, I just have to make sure I don't eat late. I can't eat at 8 or 9 or 10 p.m. and still get my 18 hours in and eat lunch. So I have to be very cognizant of that. It's very natural for me. I don't, sit down with my calculator to figure it out. I know if I wanted to eat lunch one day, I basically use 6 as my my guideline of when I want to stop eating. And it actually can be a little later than that, but that's like my easy know that I'm safe for lunch the next day. The cool thing is 6 for me, I can eat dinner with my family and get my minimum 18 hours for the next day. So making sure that I did my 18-hour minimum, I met the objective, and I got to have lunch on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Actually, Saturday wasn't really lunch. It was like 3 p.m. And then that was dictated by the volleyball game. But those are examples of me letting fasting fit my life, not or making my life fit fasting. So I wasn't like, well, I can't go to lunch with you, honey, because I'm only eating dinner. No, I moved my window to have the date that I wanted to have with my husband. The thing that made me have a shorter average compared to previous weeks is I'm once again doing a bunch of tests on my continuous glucose monitor. I haven't been doing like multiple experiments for a while, and I'm enjoying the testing. I'll look forward to sharing results, but I'm testing Dr. Pepper. So I noticed just by watching what I was eating that pop, like I get giant spikes. I don't know if you guys remember, but a while ago I thought it was popcorn. I had root beer and popcorn, but then I had diet Dr. Pepper with popcorn, and my spike wasn't really that big. And I thought, oh, so it wasn't the popcorn, it was the pop. And sure enough, I get giant spikes from pop. And I actually thought that I would get the same thing from like ice cream, but because it has the high fat content, I don't. I react really well to ice cream. So then it got me thinking like, okay, could I use glucose goddess hacks with Dr. Pepper? And so I've been experimenting with that. The thing that sucks about it, and this is what I don't like about experimenting, if you want to test a food, you need 2 hours of not having anything else. So if I break my fast with Dr. Pepper, I don't have anything else for 2 hours so I can see what Dr. Pepper does. So my test is 2 hours before what I actually want to have in my eating window. So I've had longer eating windows to accommodate those tests. And my tests are like Dr. Pepper. Then I'm having Dr. Pepper with heavy cream in it. And I'm going to test also like vegetables, Dr. Pepper with heavy cream, exercising. So I'm trying to like see how glucose goddess hacks could maybe or maybe not help significant spikes that I have confirmed occur when I drink pop or regular pop, not the diet versions. I don't get any spikes from diet versions. And that's actually part of my test is diet Dr. Pepper. So I'm enjoying learning in the data. I actually really enjoy learning so that I can make other decisions within my eating window. So that's what I like about them. I do not like having the 2 hours added to basically any eating window. So like yesterday, we had a volleyball tournament, and 9 in the morning, I had Dr. Pepper with 3 tablespoons of heavy cream in it. And then I sat with that for 2 hours. Well, I was pretty hungry having that and waiting for 2 hours. And then that was added to my actual eating window. So it's a little bit of a nuisance, but I enjoy the data and I like learning from it. And I like challenges, experimenting. So it's fun to do. It just adds to my time. And that's the only thing I don't like about it is that it makes me have longer eating windows. So that's what has been happening in my schedule. And I wish I could show you guys. I could probably figure it out someday without it being, broken nail there, without it being blurry exactly what my hours were. But I'll have to figure out. I have to get better at this tech stuff, which, is probably not going to happen. But I hope you guys have a great week. Again, let me see. Whoopsie. My longest was 40 hours, 34 minutes. My shortest was 1850. I hit my objective and I'm currently in my 72 hours. So I'm really, really excited that I'm 7.5 hours in and 65 to go or 64.5 hours to go. And I'm really excited that a lot of you are doing it. It's kind of fun to know I'm doing it with others. So I'm still deciding what I'll break my fast with, but we'll see that on Wednesday. And I hope you guys have a great week. See you next Sunday or whenever you watch this. Bye.